if you think about it, if you've got food that's in a restaurant and it's 160 degrees or above and it's sitting there waiting to be served, let's say you got a big hotel pan at the buffet and it's got all that like mashed potatoes, green beans, fried chicken, whatever it's got in it. And if that food doesn't go to in front of the public and it sits in the back in the kitchen, it could be redistributed, legally. The problem is that because it's 160 degrees and above, if you put that food into a freezer directly, it's going to take like 10 to 12 hours to freeze, like just to get refrigerated. And so it'll stay in that danger zone long enough for bacteria to grow. And because of that, it's going to make people sick. And so Three Square and MGM Grand, they collaborated and they figured out this strategy to use this equipment to take that hot whole foods, shove it in there, rapidly drop it from 160 degrees down under 40 degrees in an hour, and then slot it into the freezer from there, and then just redistribute it out in the community. So that they kind of figured out how to create a lock system, like in the Panama Canal, but for food, and just drop that temperature and then turn around. They got rethermalizers that can raise it back up at the other end. And so there's equipment basically that will allow us to go after a type of food that we've never been able to get our hands on. And so that, yes, I mean, that's kind of crazy, right? And so that situation, when I came to Colorado, I started looking around and I'm talking to people and I'm realizing that there's a huge need for resources and we don't have enough grant funding in our system to be able to pay for all of the resources that we need to be able to satisfy the community's needs. And this technique, this strategy that's in Las Vegas hadn't made it across the border. And so far I've talked to people in, from New York to Canada to all over the world. And this strategy that was developed by Las Vegas is the only place in the world it's being done still.